Hello, my fellow off-roaders. My name is Rahim Dad, and I'm your host for Dubai Desert Driving Etiquettes and Techniques. I hope you like the content that I've been posting for you. Please do like, share, subscribe if you like my content. I would like to take you today on a journey to discover some budget off-roading vehicles which are out there in the market for us. Now, with the season coming in, I would like to grab one of these options and I would like to take you on this journey with me. So, let's get started with Dubizzle first. Now, on Dubizzle, I would like to take care of a few options. One of the options is that I want an SUV. Second option is I don't want scrap, so I want something starting from a 3,000 budget up to a 20,000 dirham budget, and of course anything in between. Moreover, I need something which is a four-wheel drive. So let's dive into it and see what options I can find. Now, I've been through this Dubizzle listings. There were just 53 listings, and from the looks of it, um, all I can say is they're either all-wheel drives or they are overpriced. There are even a couple of people who have listed Altima as a four-wheel drive, which I'm totally surprised by. But mostly are all-wheel drives. I saw a couple of Jeep Grand Cherokees. Uh, I know those tend to overheat, especially in the desert. And I don't know anybody who's found any solutions on that. Couple of Pajeros which look overpriced, and I'm really not happy with what I have seen so far on Dubizzle. The Trailblazer, it is a sort of an off-roader, but again, the person offering it is offering it at a very high price. And once you go through and make the necessary modifications on it, which are not easily available, it's a very expensive option, and so I'm not for it. Let's head into the Facebook Marketplace now and see if we can find something on the Facebook Marketplace. So here we have a Lexus LX470 full option, which is just for 20,000 dirhams. This looks like a fantastic offer. What do you guys think? Wow, I mean, it looks nice, clean. I really like the seats on this also, the interior, the exterior. It's all beautiful, but very little to know about it just from that. Maybe I need a little bit more on this. Uh, how about the 3.5 automatic Nissan Pathfinder? Now, I had a 3.3 liter one, which was a carburetor based engine. And so it was a little underpowered, but I really learned a lot off-roading in my underpowered Pathfinder. I would really like to see this, and this also has a few modifications on it. Looks like he's taken for a bit of off-road as well. This looks like a really, really good option. And then we come to the Pajero. Look at this. It's two colors. It's black up front and white in the back. Like it's a 3.0 liter engine, but for 1999, maybe he's asking for a bit more. Maybe if I see it and I like it. Um, but overall, I really like the looks of this. This even has the um, an additional petrol. This even has the additional petrol can hanging in the side and the snorkel kit, which looks like a really good option. Here's another LX470, and this is a 98 model. So I like the color. I like this gold color. I cannot deny this gold color. Asking for 23,000, but that is something is always up for bargain. Only thing about these is I feel this is a US spec, and most of these LX470s we see is US spec. Do you guys have any idea about it? I am totally, um, I am a bit lost when it comes to the US version, whether we should go for the US version or the GCC version. You guys let me know what you think. Infinity QX56, I think um, I've heard that they are discontinuing the parts on the QX56, so this is something I'm not very keen on. Um, Another 2003 model Pathfinder here, similar to what I had. I'm not sure about the engine type, but it's already lifted and has a few modifications with better springs. And here's a 2010 Pathfinder, which is looking really good, but very little information on it. Price looks good. Let me have a little bit closer look at that and see if that is something that I can go for. We now come to another Pathfinder for 10,000, but really not much um, written about it. Another 2010, again, not much details on it, a lot of photographs in the pictures. This looks good. Just going through it, I don't like the face of it though. Says this looks really horrible face. Um, and a two-door model Pajero 2008, driven 230,000 kilometers, but 3-liter engine. I find these 3-liter engines just a little bit underpowered, but this is a short wheelbase, so looks clean. Do let me know what you guys think. Has anybody used the 3.0 short wheelbase? How do you think it performs? I would rather prefer the 3.8-liter one. But yeah, the 3.0 liter engine I know is bulletproof. It's it goes on and on. Not so sure about the gearbox, but the engine's really good and powerful. Although a little underpowered for the desert, I feel. Do let me know what you think. Sometimes the power can be low, but the torque end could be high, which could get you out of trouble situations. If that is the case, do let me know. And so 2010 model Nativa 18,000, I think is asking for a bit too much. But at the end of the day, this again a 3.0 liter engine. The Nativa, I'm not sure. I have driven it for a bit, but it wasn't mine. I test drove one, which I don't know. It just feels like very truckish. It doesn't feel very comfortable. Wow, I really like this one. A 2005 model Pajero, and look at this. This one has the matte black finish for 12K, and this looks like it has been lifted. I like the wheels. I like the exterior. Um, this this could really do the trick. This really does look amazingly nice from outside, and quite nice from the photos what I have on the inside. Just not sure about the engine, but I could find out. But it feels like it's a 3.0 liter engine again. Here's a 2001 model Pathfinder for 8,000 now. That's a bargain. 8,000 dirhams. Uh, mm, Somehow the back doesn't add up. It doesn't look like a 2001 model. I had a 2001 model. The back doesn't. Even the front looks like a 98, 99 model. I don't know who downgrade the face of their car for it to look like an older model, but yeah, it just doesn't look like a 2001 model to me. 8,000 though is really amazing. There's a 2003 model for sale. This is also for 8,000. This as well a Pathfinder, white in color. It just looks like some of the body panels are not as they should be, which goes to show me that it could have gone through an accident. White, the color I really like. It even got the side rails or the step rails, which is a pretty good addition. Okay, guys, moving on. Let's see what else is available. Now, here's another Lexus LX 470, 22,500 dirhams, 2000 model. Not much details given on it. 2002 model Pathfinder. Like I said repeatedly, I used to have one in gold color, 2001 model. This is a 2002 model. It seems it's got a little tear in the upholstery. Not a deal breaker though. It looks really nice overall. I love the white color. It's a VR33 engine, which I also had a VR33 engine, which is a 3.3 liter. Unfortunately, that is the carburetor run engine and not the electronic fuel injection, and so it's just that bit underpowered and little high bit on the fuel consumption when you start making mods on it. Let's move on and see some more options here, and I think we've seen pretty good ones. Here's another black, although I do not like black, but this is another 2007 model short wheelbase car. The price is saying it's a fixed 14,000 dirhams, which seems a bit high. But overall, it looks nice. It's a short wheelbase car. Again, 3.0 liter engine. Already discussed about it. It is an option to look at. It's already been modded. I don't like taking on cars which are already modified because normally it feels like I'm taking on somebody else's trouble from them. If it was a 3.8, I would really consider it, but a 3.0 liter, I'm just hesitant about it. Wow, there is a convertible Range Rover for 15K. I wouldn't be going for it at this stage. Here's a 2005 model Mitsubishi Pajero, which is only for 9,500 dirhams. It looks okay. Price is what catches me, under 10,000 dirhams. So there are cars you can grab under 10,000 dirhams if you wanted to go off-roading. And it's better to have your own off-roader rather than taking your daily driver as an off-road. In case of any mishaps or anything, or any failures, at least you have your daily driver. This is an LX 470. He's asking for 23,500. It looks nice and clean. Don't know about the seats because they're all covered, but interior looks good, exterior looks good. It is a US spec, and I don't know about US spec LX 470s. If any of you have any idea about the LX 470, the American specs, do let me know. Is the American spec better? Is the GCC spec better? Which one should I be going for? Another Pathfinder 2003 model, this one they're asking for 13,000. I like the color, I like the style, I used to have it. I don't mind having this one again. This one looks amazing. It looks clean from the outside, although I'm a bit confused with the engine number because this one I cannot make out if it is a 3.3 or a 3.5 liter. I would rather go for 3.5 liter. But this again is an American spec, and once again, I am always that bit more hesitant to go for an American spec car than a GCC spec car. Do let me know in the comments below what you think. Is the GCC spec better? Is it better to have the American spec? Here's a ZNA Rich. I mean, I have never seen this before. Do comment if you have seen this one before. Looks like a pickup truck which is covered in the back. Here's a Land Cruiser for 28,000. Looks really neat, clean. It's a GXR, so it's a V6. It's a 2003 model, only 226,000 kilometers driven, and these go on forever. This looks like a GCC spec as well, and I really love this color. I like this shape. I have this soft corner for a Land Cruiser. I always felt like I wanted to own one, never was able to. Is a Land Cruiser a better deal, or should I go for an LX 470? Do let me know. This Pajero is for 13,000. Looks nice, neat, clean, but I don't think it looks a bit old. Don't want to go for this shape. I'm not really a fan of this shape. Another Pajero. This is only 180,000 kilometers done, and he's asking for 10,500. This, I love the interior. I love the way the interior is done. I love the little knobs in the back for the AC control, but looks like another 3.0, so maybe not a deal for me because, as I said, I like the 3.8 liter one better. Here's a 2003 LX 470. This got quite some work done on it, but he's asking for 30,000, which is way above my budget. Just wanted to see how that one works out. Okay guys, moving on. So as I said, this one looks really nice with a toe ball also, but I'm not into toe balls. Again, this one looks like a US spec. And the 166,000 is then miles, which means it's almost 300,000 kilometers. Although I trust Toyota and Lexus products to go on forever if you maintain them well. But should I go for an American spec or should I wait for a good GCC spec to come around? Here's a QX4, Infiniti QX4, which is exactly like my Pathfinder, but with the leather seats and a few fog lights and things like that. Again, this one seems to be a US spec, and I'm not really sold on the Infiniti thing. Wow, I mean, look at this. Isuzu Trooper. It's after a long time I'm seeing an Isuzu Trooper which looks like a Trooper. It looks clean. Whoever's maintained it really well, asking for 16,000. The interior, the seats look a bit used, but then my main scare with an Isuzu is parts. And what if we cannot get the parts for it? This Lexus LX 470 2001 model does not have much to say about it. Just 19,000 dirhams. I have to find out more. I'm not sure if that's an option I'd like. Range Rovers, I'm really into it. I really like those, but I know for a fact that Range Rovers are difficult to maintain. Here's Nissan Patrol with King shocks, 2002 model for 25,000. Looking pretty good, but just 2 photos and not much in the description except for the King shocks. So again, 25,000 is little out of my budget as well. This is a 2000 model for 18,000. Again, nothing much on it. Looks like GCC specs. It looks pretty okay, but I heard these are gas guzzlers, so the petrol consumption on these are really, really high. Another LX470. It seems there are a lot of LX470s in the market for sale. This one has driven 295,000 miles, which is close to 500,000 kilometers. And although it looks neat, clean from the outside and inside, but I don't think I'll be going for that high mileage car. Here's one GX470, and this I'm sure again is a US version. Yes, it is an American spec, 25,000 miles. I don't think it's driven 25,000 kilometers or 25,000 miles. And even if it is, that means it was kept in a showcase and not used. So I'll not be too happy about it because, again, there's a lot of expenses when involved. Can't make out the real deal there. What do you think about trucks? Here's a Chevy Silverado. It is 2013 model. It's a US version. It's driven 175,000 miles. That's about 250, 300,000 kilometers. Looks neat and clean, but it looks a bit low, so doesn't seem to have a good ground clearance. Plus, it's a crew cab, so it's like suicide doors. I'm not sure if I'd go for this particular one. Oh wow, we have a monster on our hands. 1993 GMC Yukon. It's been lifted 6 inches off the ground. I don't think I'll be able to see the car ahead of me. There's like a big wheeler. This is not something I would use for my off-roading. Although it looks very tempting. He says it's for free, but I don't think you'll be giving it away for free. I think I had seen this earlier in an ad, and he's asking for around 25,000. But yeah, it's not something, it's not my cup of tea. Another Pathfinder, yay, white again, 13,000 dirhams is what he's asking for. Looks pretty neat and clean, not bad at all. Look at the steering wheel. So there are modifications done on it. I can see that there was a lift kit on it. But do you think that is something I should be looking for? And now here's a Pathfinder for 13,500, but a 2008, 2009 model is something I wouldn't go for. So here now we have the Lexus LX470, which is a GCC spec. He's asking for about 22,000 dirhams. It's a 1998 model. He's facelifted it. Very few photographs to make out anything. It looks pretty okay. Something I'll have to explore more. But again, on these things, some of these, the air suspensions, they have failed, and people have converted them to springs, shock springs. What do you guys think? Is it better to get one which is already converted to shock springs, or should we still go for something with the originality, which is with the air suspension? Here's a Mitsubishi Pajero 2004 model. I'm asking for 11,500. This has been modded. As you can see, this is already lifted. I like the tires. I like the interior. This is something maybe I can work on and try to see, and if it's in good working condition, this could be my next off-roader. What do you guys think? Maybe not if it's a 3.0. So what do you guys think about a Prado? Here we have a Prado, which is family use 2005 model, 27,500. It's a VXR, which I know is the highest specs with leather seats, sunroof, cruise control, everything. It's a GCC spec, driven 359,000 kilometers. It can drive another 350,000 kilometers in my hand, because I know I take really good care of my cars. Looks like a neat, clean option, just a little bit out of my budget. I'm looking if he can give me a good little discount on this one, maybe I can look going for this. What do you guys think? I really am interested to know in the description, in the comments, what you guys think about all these options. Here's one I'm not interested in, but yet my interest is to see this one, because it's the Hyundai Santa Cruz. I've never seen this before. The front grille looks like a Hyundai Santa Fe, but instead of an SUV, this is a pickup truck. So it's called the Santa Cruz. It's a 2022 model. 96,000 is way out of my budget. So don't even think about it. But yeah, I haven't seen this before. Do comment if you have seen this on the road or in any showroom. Do let me know. Looks like a nice color as well. And here we have the 2002 model Pathfinder 3.3 liter engine. I had the 2001. This looks, feels everything like what I had, and yeah, I'd be sold on it any day. Just that the price seems a bit overpriced. I can bargain. I know how much I sold mine for. This looks more like it, 7,500 dirhams for a 2001 model, driven 240,000 kilometers. This is with the sunroof. So it's a top end spec car. Looks neat and clean outside and inside. Looks like a really good option, and for 7,500 dirhams. And this is the true value of a car. Here we have the Armada, only 12,500 dirhams. Now I know it's a off-roader, but I also know that it's huge and it's heavy, and it has a V8 engine on it, so it could be a gas guzzler. But my only worry about Armadas and Infiniti QX56 is the parts are no longer available, and so that is my main worry. Do let me know if any one of you owns this vehicle and knows where to maintain it, which will be easier for me. Another LX470 driven 230,000 kilometers. Oh, sorry, for another LX470, which is a 2007 model, I guess, for 23,000 dirhams. It's looking good. Not sure if it's US or GC spec, do let me know. Another R50. R50 keeps popping up. I sold mine and now a lot of R50s popping up on me. It doesn't look so bad. It's been modified for 13,000 dirhams, 202 model. Let me know what you guys think. I love the star on the door. What do you guys think? I don't know why people are offering their cars for free. Here's a manual Nissan Patrol Safari 2005 model in good shape but without engine because the Denali engine installed has been taken out. So this is beyond me. It's a project car which I cannot take over. Lada Niva, Russian four-wheel drive, heavily underpowered, not something which we can use for a daily thing. Yes, and LX470, the LX470 Lexus, I love the color. It just has 2 photos, not much description, and he wants 20,000 for that. Here's one which I think, what do you guys think? If this is a 4-wheel drive, I can take all my viewers for a ride through a desert. How would you like a ride in this one through the desert? Only for 9,500 dirhams. It's got the tow hook, so I believe this is a 4-wheel drive. I've seen a couple of these which are 4-wheel drives, but this one, the interior is all torn up. Not something, a deal breaker. You could still repair it. Would you like to go on a ride with me? Here's an Armada for 10,000 dirhams with no description and only 3 photographs, which don't say much about the car. And again, like I said, Armada, I have my doubts about it. Do let me know if you know anyone who knows where parts are available for this car. And I might think about it. But I think it's overpowered and overweight and oversized. Everything is an over for this one. Here's a Mitsubishi Pajero 2007 model. This guy is asking 12,000 for it. Looks exterior, interior, all looks nice and clean. What do you think about the Mercedes-Benz? Would a Mercedes have a proper 4-wheel drive system? Some of them do have it. I don't know which this one is. Do comment if you know which this one is. It's a GCC spec. But I think Mercedes would be a bit dangerous taking out into the desert. If you lose a bumper, it would cost you as much as buying a car. So, what do you guys think? Here's a 1999 Land Cruiser, though it's not. It's an 8-cylinder with diff lock and a Tesla screen. With just a few photos, looks nice and clean. He's asking for 21,000. Here's a Pathfinder 2008 model. I heard the 2010 for 15. I don't mind going for this one. This one is the 4.0. And 2010 means you don't have too many things to worry about. Although this looks like a US version, and I'm not too keen on going for anything with a US version unless one of you guys can convince me that a US version is indeed better than a GCC version. Here we go, an Xterra 2010 model for 21,000. I know in one of the clubs I used to drive with was full of these Xterras, and these are really good machines, although they have their own caveats, but nothing that cannot be taken care of. Here's a Jeep Commander which I used to have. I had the black one, 2006 model, and then a silver one, 2008 model. Both were 5.7 Hemis. This one doesn't look like the 5.7 Hemi. This one looks more like the V6 3.6 or 3.7 liter engine. But yeah, I'm over Jeep Commanders, and with over 300,000 kilometers, I'm not going to go for this one. What do you guys think about the Nativa? This is a 2011 model Nativa, is asking for 10,000. There's not much details given on it. It's 3.0 liter engine. Like I said, I feel it's underpowered. What do you think? Is it worth it? And another LX470 which shows that it's driven out in the desert. Very few photographs, very little description on it. For 23,500, I think another US specs. Cannot find a GCC specs one. Let me know what you guys think. And with that, I think this is enough research for today. I think this video has become very lengthy, but if you have stuck out till the end with me for this one, do let me know what you think. Which one do you think I should pursue? Which one do you think? We have seen a lot of Lexus LX 470s. A lot of them are US versions. Are US versions better? Are the GCC specs better? You let me know what you think. I've come across Pathfinder R50 and R51s. I'm more bent towards the R51 2010 and onwards model, or an Xterra which is 2010 and above model, mainly because I heard the models which were between 2006 to 2009, the coolant used to mix with the oil, and it used to make a milky substance which used to fail the engine and the gearbox. And you had to replace both, which was very expensive. This particular thing was taken care of in 2010, post 2010 models. Is this true? Is this not? Do let me know. Do you think that would be a good option for me? I had the Pathfinder R50. Do you think the R50 is still a good option? Should I go for the 3.3 liter or the 3.5 liter? I have driven the 3.3 liter. I know what it feels like. I know where its torque lies. I know the power bands. So I know how to really get the 3.3 liter out of any situation. But 3.5 liter has that much more power with the same amount of weight, which kind of intrigues me. That is something I'm looking forward to. Armada or the Infiniti QX56 is really, I'm just because I've been told that the spare parts for it are not available anymore. This is something I would not like to go for. But do let me know if you know any differently, if you know where to source parts for these vehicles, and if they are really a good investment in today's date as well. We've gone through a lot of them. Spare me a thought. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to put a poll on for this one. So do subscribe to my channel and do participate in the poll so I know what the next step I have to take to get my next off-roader. Until next time, you keep tuned. And that's a goodbye from me.